Good morning. All right. We'll take out the headphones this morning so I hear myself talk. What do you guys think about this camera location? I'm looking straight at my monitor now. So, I moved my chair around a little bit. Now, we'll have to move the camera, obviously, or I got to get another camera if we're going to look at and that's over here to my left. I'm looking at your right, but my left. The table I have to pull up here. So we'll have to have my little camera stand, probably right here yet, still looking down. I have my box up here, one or the other, and then with my camera looking down. So you won't be looking at me, you'll be looking at the table. Or I can get another camera and do a 2-camera shoot for different angles and just switch between the two. I'm not sure how that's going to work. We'll see. But I wanted to see if anybody would come up and chat this morning, and then I can look at chat right now, and I'll be facing the camera at the same time. So I'm looking at chat, facing you. You know, my head's tilted a little bit. Tilt my head the other, and then we just have to move the camera a little bit. The only problem is we still got that window right there. Right there that I have to close the blind on. But you know, I like this shot better because over here, let's see if I can do right there. You see those things right there? You can see them a lot better now. Of course, there's a guitar back there, but you can still see Mr. Tom. You can still see Mr. Tom there, and you can still see the walking stick over here and whatever, but you can see those things right there a lot better. So I can just, put them right there. What do you see in there right now? All the way over to your right, there's a Lee Enfield that's been modified. If you go a little bit further to your right there's a actual recreation of an M16, as close as I can get it anyway, to the original. And then that one with the tan sling on is an A5 Jungle carbine. And then behind the door, there's a Thompson 45. Then there's, let's see, what else we got? M1 carbine. There's a M1 Garand. There's an 03A3 in there all the way to the left. So, yeah, you can see those. And the Soviet, Chinese, Swedish, German, they're all over there. Those are just my World War II, Korea, Vietnam era weapons from basically the Soviets and the Americans. But I don't know. Is this going to work? I think this is going to work pretty good. I can still put my feet up and sit back. Well, let's try that. As long as we're here and we're doing this, put my feet up, lean back. Yeah, I can still do that. And the only bad thing is that window back there. But yeah, we can still do this. And the thing is, up here on top, where the hell is it? Right there. I think I get. Yeah, I can still do a 2-camera. All I have to do is bring up over here on this side. Or I can put it on the other side. Yeah, I can do that. Yeah, I'm starting to learn some of this shit. I think the most I can do is 4. Yeah, I can do that. Yeah, I can do 4. I can split my screen into 4. Now that's just a computer screen that does that. 4 is the most I can do. All right. Let's see if we can move this camera. We'll just leave it right there, but we'll just move it down there. Yeah, we can do that, and we can open packages here. Yeah, we can still do that. We can still open packages here. Yeah, we can still do that. So that's not a big deal. Let's see where the limits are. Right here. Well, I have to bring that in a little bit, about right there. All right. Well, let's just say if I wanted to bring this out here. All right. That's not a biggie. We can do that. All right. That's got to go up to the LCS one of these days. All right. That works. All right. We just bring it down like that a little bit. Okay. And then if I wanted to, I could actually bring this other camera stand over here. The one that's supposed to hold my phone. And I could actually be on the phone and computer at the same time. So I could do that. I know Kiwi does that all the time. Here, let's bring this down just a little bit. Oh, that don't work real good. Bring that up. Nope. Bring it up a little more. Yep. Just gonna have to get used to it. Just see, then I get too high. Fuck. All right, that works better. All right. So okay, that works anyway. I don't know how it's gonna work for streaming. I guess we'll see Saturday. What is today? Today Friday? I don't know. I have to check my phone. Today's Thursday. Okay, so Saturday we'll see. We'll see on Ginger stream in the morning. We'll see what's going on there. And we have to try. We'll have to try and put the camera on a stand, because in order for me to actually read the chat and see what's going on and have the camera looking at the coins, so I can show you coins without looking at me, but still see what's going on, I'm going to have the camera set up over here out of the way and looking at coins table and showing you things, but with a monitor right there yet so I can still see. Otherwise, I had to turn my head all the way over here to the right to see, and now I don't have to do that. So, all right, that's just moving the monitor from there to over here to the same place my camera is at. So I'm looking at you guys while I'm reading the chat. So it takes a little bit. What does it take? 8-10 minutes for anybody to come into the chat, and we'll see if somebody says something. I don't know if they will or not, but oh, there we go. Yeah, fucker. Nope. That's a little bit. It's a little squirrely. See, I mean, I can go like that and change angle too. I'm just moving the monitor with my foot. But you see, the camera sitting up on this flat screen monitor is really wobbly. Well, that's where I got it setting right now. But another thing I could do, I think, I can put camera higher, but I need something to mount it on up there on that frame, which I think I could do. I think I have a device I can do that with. I have to go out to the shed today and get that. I have one that I can roll around that I think might work better for the coin table. I don't know if that'll work. That might. That might work better. So I'm going to bring that little device in here. And we will use that to put the camera on. I mean, I can only run that device as far as the cord goes, but I'll have to reroute that cord around the front and up instead of around the back and up on the. And that way I can move that camera from there right to right there. So the camera will be about right in the same spot. I don't know, man. We'll try that. I think that's what I'm going to try. All right, one of the other things I got to do today is I got to glue a chair. I have to glue a wood chair, like your wooden dinner table chairs. I have one in my office in there. It's also my radio room. It wasn't my youngest daughter's bedroom, but now it's just an office, and I got my radio set up in there. Some of them. I got on my big radios going down to Atlanta to get new capacitors put in, have a transformer looked at. Transformer should be good, but the power transformer should be good. But the caps got to be changed out. The radio's got to be from the 60s, if not the 50s. It's an old Hallicrafters Tornado. The 50 watt HF receiver, analog dial, analog knobs, nothing digital at all. That's what I started my ham radio career with. It's still my favorite mode of amateur radio is HF. Not so much into Morse code CW anymore. I mean, I can still tap. It's just hard for me to read anymore and write at the same time. A da da, B da did it, C da da it, D da it, E did, F did it, G da it, H did it. So yeah, oh, did it. Yeah, that's F. Did it. Or did it. I have to look it up. F and L are different. Did it and did it. H is did it. I did it. Did it. Did. A F G did it. H I did it. Did it. Two dits. H I J. Did it. Did it. Yeah, it, EQ, R it, did it, VW, X, Y, YZ, I have to brush up. I have to brush up on it. But see, recognizing the letters from Morse code and writing them down takes a millisecond. And you're behind as you're copying. Everybody doesn't realize that. And the best copiers, they hear it, it stays in their brain until the next script, because you're copying 3 letters, 5 letters, 5-letter groups is what's standard in the military. 5-letter groups, break, 5-letter group, break, 5-letter group. And if you're using Q and Z signals, it's 3 letters, which is just an abbreviation, a shorthand, Q's and Z's. Those are 3 letters, like QRA, QRS, slow down, speed up, stuff like that. And your mind is always ahead, but your brain is a group or 2 back. So your hand is writing a group or 2 back, but you're listening a group or 2 ahead. Does that make sense? I don't know if that makes sense or not. And I just could not get above 1313. So that's 13 send, 13 5-letter groups send a minute, and 13 receive, and listen to it and write it down. Our next step was 1515, and I could never get to there. That's why I got let go from the Q course the first time, or the time I got let go from the Q course. And they wouldn't recycle me in anything else. So I spent 3 years in the 10th Special Forces group doing what? Listening to Morse code and receiving messages. Yeah, 3 years doing that. And then I went back to the course in 1986, and which was 6 years later, and completed the course. But as an engineer, I found out I like to blow shit up. Math wasn't my strong suit in school, but you know what? I found out how I found out. I found out how I learned math in the intervening years, and math wasn't so hard for me anymore. And with explosives, you have a lot of math. So it was real fun. I got to blow shit up for the rest of my career. And then what happened when I first went to a team? I became the junior engineer guy, but I also became the junior commo guy because I knew so much about communications. So what did I do most of the time? Commo stuff. Very little blowing and building. Blowing stuff up. Phrasing, Gary, phrasing. Blowing stuff up and building stuff. Because engineers not only blow stuff up, but they build stuff. Roads, schools, kind of like CB stuff, but on a smaller scale. Anyway, you got to know how to do that. You got to know about the buttons and how spans are put together to handle weight, all that stuff. I still have all my reference books downstairs. I still have all my books and tapes on the Saudi Arabian language. Assalamu alaikum. Anyway, anyway, we're just checking out cameras and monitor positions so that I can read chat. That's because everybody accused me of that. Gary never reads chat. Gary pay attention to us, blah, blah, blah. Well, one of the reasons was because the camera was here and chat's there. I have to turn my attention. I can't see what's happening on the screen when I'm reading chat. And it's hard to realize that you're the only one on the screen. You're the only one doing something, unless you're streaming with someone else. You're the only one. So it doesn't matter what's happening on the screen. You just have to read the chat. Or what's happening in the camera. You just have to read the chat. It's hard. It's hard to do that. So unless you're a professional news reader and whatever on CNBC or whatever, Fox News, it's hard to realize that's what you have to do, and that's what's happening. So it's goofy. It's goofy. All right, yesterday I got everybody sent out, and last night on Kiwis we were doing some shit, man. Uh, they're having races. It was Kiwi's choice. We didn't have anything on the table. Just you're taking a chance. $6 a spot, 20 spots. He said he would bring out something, or he would send you something that's worth at least $80, and you had to trust him. Well, a couple of guys, God bless them, man, Arnie C. and Stewart. We did 2 races. Stewart bought all the positions on the first race. And there were like 5 or 6 of us in chat. That's all. That's all. And somebody won that race. God bless them. And Kiwi was going to send him something. Okay. When we get to the second race, I was going to get a couple more ounce of silver to DAL. And I will send you something that's worth $40. So the second race, Arnie won. He said, nope, not going to do it. Run it again. So I ran it again. Somebody else won. And God bless him. I didn't win shit. But Muscle Shell won my DAL piece. And Muscle Shell needs to send me an email so I know Muscle Shell's address. I looked in my book. I do not have, I honestly don't see his address in there. I thought I had, yes, I did. I sent him a fake ASE at one time because he does fake stuff. And I thought, yeah, just sure shit. I should have his mailing address in here. Now, I might have his real name, and I don't realize that that's who it is. And I'm just beside myself because I don't know what his address is. Yeah, I thought I had it. But because usually I got everybody's screen name just above their real name and then their mailing address. And he should have been one of the first pages that I had up there. And I just don't see it. I should organize these on a spreadsheet, but it's just easier for me to write them down. You know, I'm an old guy, as you can tell. And I'm not technologically advanced. You're lucky I can do this. And I have fun doing this, so I need to learn some more stuff. See, and I can't find it. I just don't have it. I don't have it in this book. I had it at one time. And it may be in one of my other notebooks, but I have to go back through everything and look. Because I get one notebook full and then I just keep it and it's on a pile back here. But I think I got 3 notebooks back there. But I will find out his address because he hasn't emailed me, and he won't. He won't. He's like Hillbilly Samurai. Hillbilly Samurai got a bank with me. Kellen, I think it was Kellen had a bank with me for the longest time. Kellen eventually picked something, but Hillbilly won't. He'll just, and if he does pick something, he'll give it away. And the guys they don't care. Muscle Shell don't really care about the silver. He just likes doing stuff for people. Hey, freaking awesome. Yep, first like, first comment, buddy. What I did was I moved my monitor. I told you guys I was going to do that. I moved it from over here to over here. So now my camera sits right on my monitor so I can read chats and look at myself at the same time. It's right here. Right here. Everything's right here. So when I come up on somebody's stream, when I get invited, or Ginger's stream, I can sit here and do this if like Ginger's pouring or whatever. And if we're actually doing racing or whatever, I'm going to bring in another device I have out in the shed where I can roll a camera around on the floor. It'll be higher and I can roll it around. And so I just have to reroute that cable coming out the front instead of the back. But yeah, then I can just move it over here and it'll be just right there where the camera is now. So I think maybe that'll work better, but we will see. Yeah, it took half an hour. It took a half hour, 27 minutes for me sitting here talking to myself before somebody came up. So I didn't see anybody up this morning, so I just decided I was going to do a little test run of whatever we were doing. No, I didn't get a beard cut. It's wintertime. I got to put wood in the wood furnace, and that keeps it fairly short when it's on fire. Yep. Oh no, haircut. No haircut. I tie that back in the morning. I hate hair in my face all day. But yeah, I got to put wood in the fire, and a lot of times I got to stick my head in there, and it's hot embers. And yeah, I got a mask that goes over my face, so it covers my hair and my beard, but I don't wear it most of the time. I just stick my head in there. It's like in the spring on my other stove where I put my pan to boil my maple syrup down. I have to get down on the ground and put wood in there. And what happens is that stove is so hot that anytime you touch the side with your arm, you get burnt. Let me tell you, bud, I got some nice scars right there. You can see those white spots? That's all burn marks, bad burns from putting wood in that stove. So you learn after a while not to touch the side. Yeah, you learn after a while. And I learned not to burn my beard. I got a face mask that covers everything, but normally I don't have it with me. It's not cold enough outside to have it around my neck, and yeah, so I don't have it with me. It's here in the house or in the mudroom out there where we put on our shoes and stuff. And I'm not gonna take the time to walk in, walk back out. No. So that's what happens. My beard should. Have you ever been to Durbin's coin auctions? My beard should look like Joe Durbin's beard, but it doesn't. Carpet burns. I used to get carpet burns when I was younger on my knees. uh, but they were all worth it. All worth it. Now, if you look at this desk, see the printer is over here on top of this 2-drawer filing cabinet. And this 2-drawer filing cabinet, oh, maybe I should do that this morning. I see if I can get this camera to get a shot of. Maybe I can do that. Let me see. I don't know if I can or not. You see all the magnets? Oh, that front is all covered with magnets too. I don't know if I can get this out here far enough. Oh, you want to look at my crotch. And I can't get around the front. Wait a minute. Maybe I can. Hold up a second. Oh, no, still not going to be able to do it. Speaking of radios, there's one up there. Well, you can just see them. You can just see them, but yeah, that's where all my stickers go. Or not stickers, but my magnets. That's where all the magnets go. Oh, God. Now I got to put this shit back here. All right. Let's see if we can get this thing readjusted. Probably not. Oh, you son of a bitch. That's what I hate about this camera. Right there. That's what I hate about it. And see, the table is right over here to my left. It's your right, my left. You know, I wonder, can I just change the camera around? Share screen. Nope, share. I don't know. Can I change the orientation of this screen camera? Dashboard. No. Do. Edit. Let's see what it does. Edit. Nope. Cancel that. I have to go up to customization and then move the camera. My hair is wild up on top. But yeah, that's what that is. Now you can see the my one guitar in the background there, but then I got my other guitar right here. And no, I don't play guitar worth a shit. I know notes, I don't know chords. And my fingers are so arthritic that it's hard for me to see. This knuckle locks up. I can't, and it clicks. So it's real hard to do chords. I can do individual notes sometimes, but the easiest thing for me is to play slide. So get back up here, you. So I got a slide. I can play little finger, but I prefer this finger. So I got to make another one. This one is just a little bit. I think I'm gonna get a copper one instead of this real thin steel one. I don't know. Hey, Mrs. Coin Crew, how are you? Are you dizzy now? Nah, I'm just getting up. I'm walking around a little bit. putting my slides away and my guitars. We're just testing out new position for the monitor because everybody bitches at me about not looking at chat and reading chat. Well, now, because my camera's right there with my monitor, I can read chat also. Yeah, he said, oh, you mean magnets like these little guys right here? These are the guys that I test silver with. So if I want to test silver, I just roll a magnet on there. That's one way I test. What's the other way? Well, we have this right here. See what that says? We got a sigma. Okay, we also have this. What else do we have? Oh shit, there goes my coffee. Oh shit, there goes my coffee. We also have this. God damn, I'm dropping everything. Got our scale. I have another scale up here too. But son of a gun, we're rolling over everything right today. Yeah, we're rolling over everything today. Dropping coffee on shit. Yeah, but all that stuff's right here. So, what colors are your what? Oh, I can't even see that. All right, where's my old eyes? My old eyes are here. What colors are your... I don't know what that is. Huh? You got to work. Oh, I'm sorry, Ellie. Damn. Looking handsome. Yeah. Thank you. I need to... I know better than that, though. Yeah. All right. There. Let's get some coffee cleaned up. Your cat. That happens when it's sitting too close to the edge of the desk and I swivel the chair around and I hit it all the time. The only problem is you don't want to drop that coffee on your keyboard. That's my third keyboard. That really kind of screws up the contacts in them. You're working? I won't tell Keith. All right. No problem. Yeah. Well, we were just testing this. I'm going to bring in another little device from outside today that rolls around, and I'm going to put that camera on that so I can roll it around and look at the table with coins on when we're doing that, or I can roll it around back over here, and so the camera's there. I just have to reroute my camera cord. I'm still going to get another camera. I need another camera, but that way you can look at me and the table at the same time. Not that you really want to, but I mean, this is enough of me, don't you think? Really? Come on. This is enough of me. But yeah, I need to do that for when we're racing. And I don't do a lot of it. I get invited up on some streams sometimes, and I appreciate that. Most of the time, I'm just up with Ginger. Like Wednesday, he was pouring. So yesterday he was pouring. So All I did was come up and provide comic relief and bullshit. That's all I do. And then some days he'll come up and we'll race or do auctions. So that's where I am most of the time. Most of the time. I don't know. Are there shortcuts on a keyboard where you can take the camera and do close-ups and further away? That I'm not real sure of. I don't know about that. And you guys, you've met Tom, haven't you? Tom is this guy right over here, right there. Tom is my 5 bearded turkey I shot down in Keokuk County, Iowa, back in, when was it? Oh man, 2002. Yeah, 20th of April, 2002. And at the time, he was like the 126th biggest non-typical turkey taken in the United States on their books. There's over a yard of beard on that bird. You can see 2 of them hanging there right now, but see 1, 2. There are 3 more beards in there. And we shot 2 toms that day. We shot both the toms that came in. That was a good hunt, and I was doing the calling. Hey, Chappie. I still enjoy turkey hunting. I still enjoy deer hunting. Just can't hunt them as hard as I used to. I got to take it slower. Go out, sit down, call. I don't run and gun turkeys like I used to do that anymore. They either come to me or I don't. I don't go to them anymore. I can do a little walking to get out to them, do a little crawling if I have to. What was the last one I shot? Oh, I don't know. I think the last one I shot, I had to crawl a couple 100 yards for. I called him in from a good quarter of a mile, though. It was one of those times where you couldn't get him in because he was always hand up. Well, one day I saw him out in that field without hens, and I knew I had a chance. And by God, he came. That was a good 22-pounder. 22-pounder. I know he was a dominant tom because I'd always see him out there with hens. So, but yeah, I have fun hunting turkeys. I like them. Oh, you guys, you think you're old. This year, I'll be 69. Now, think about it. That's about 6 months away. Now, think about it. When do you have to start taking required minimum distributions from a traditional IRA if you have one? 70 and a half. That's when you have to start taking minimum distributions. Well, that's only 2 years away for me. I mean, in actual time. You guys think you're old. You're not old. My stepdad's in a nursing home. He's only, 89, 90. He needs some help with stuff, but he still gets around by himself with his walker, wheelchair, up and down to the dining room, still plays cards with the guys up there. He just losing friends before him. See, my mom passed well, his brother, his only brother, passed, Al, and then my mom, and then his sister, and so he's the last one left in his family. So that's kind of hard on him. And then when my mom passed, that was kind of hard on him. And then he's had some friends at the nursing home pass, that he plays cards with and eats with. And that's been kind of hard on him too. And then my Uncle Jim passed here just a couple weeks ago. Man, he was a Vietnam era vet like me. He was only what, 11, 12 years older than me. So my Uncle Jim, good shit. Yeah, Mrs. Coin Crew, you're going to be, well, I can guess what decade, how old you are, but I and my wife got married about the same time your folks did, I want to imagine, but we played around. We played for 10 years. We got married. She was still in school. I was going to school, just got out of the Army for a second time. She was working while she was going to school. I was working while I was going to school. I was in the Army Reserves, and we skydived. We skydived for hard for 10 years, going around to different skydiving events around the country and vacations down in Florida to Disneyland while we were skydiving down there for 10 years before we had kids. And I decided that before I hit 40, I was having kids because I didn't want to have any kids at home when I turned 60. Just didn't want that. At 60, or right about then, I planned on retiring, and I didn't want to have any kids that I had to pay for. So I told my wife we better get busy. And she's 4 years younger than me. So I was, what, 37? Yeah, 37, 38. And she was early 30s. So it was hard to get pregnant for the first kid, but we got it done. And after that, then they just dropped out like flies. I had 3 kids by the time I was 41. I was happy with that. Done. And hell, I had one, my youngest child was out of the house before she was 18. I think she was 17 when she left. She had enough. She was out. Okay, fine. Graduated high school. We got college courses while you were in high school. You're in community college now. If you want to move out, that's fine. You got a job? And she got a job. And she moved up quick in the ranks. So she became a sales supervisor for the Best Buy store in Mason City. So she handled all the salespeople and the problems with the public and all that shit. And now she's a software debugger. She works for a security company that develops security software, and they sell it to different clients. And she has to debug updates and patches and whatever to that software for 5 different clients. Most people only have one client. She's got five that she helps for. And she's been working from home her entire career after Best Buy. Best Buy was an in-store position, and she has been working at home ever since. She's the one that's got the pit bull, Pfeiffer, that you guys have seen on my live sometimes. And then my middle one, she works for, I don't know if I want to say the company. She works for Principal Finance. She's she plans IRAs and investments for older people. she worked from home, has always worked from home. When they were in high school, they all worked. My middle one worked for Subway. She was a sandwich artist. And my youngest one worked at a restaurant, washing dishes and working in the kitchen, like I did part time. And my oldest one also worked at the same restaurant, actually, but she was a waitress, and they loved her because she memorized the menu. Any place she went to work, she always memorized everything. Smart kid. She's a smart kid, man. Anyway, so we didn't start having kids until I was 37 and got them done by the time I was 41. So all of my kids right now, if we had started having kids when we got married, first married, they'd be your age. But right now they're all in their early 30s. I got one that's still in the late 20s, but all early 30s. So figure 10 years on that, and I got you pegged, I think. I figured 12 years on it. I don't think you're 50 yet, so you might be, but I don't know. I don't think so. Anyway, that's the way that is. Yeah, I didn't think I'd make it this far either, freaking, but here I am. And so I'm thinking to myself, maybe got another 15, 20 years at max. That puts you at, let's just say I'm 70. 15 years, 85. That's what I'm thinking. Be lucky to make it that far, but that's what I'm thinking. And all I want to do is stay healthy until then. That's all. That's all I want to do. Oh, you'll make it to 70. What do I always say? I forget what it is I always say. I can't remember anymore. That's your youngest. And that's my, that'll be my youngest too. We'll be 30 here this year. So I think I have you pegged pretty much. Yeah, I thought you were in your 40s or maybe early 50s. So there you go. Yeah, I was pretty on par with that. I would have said late 40s, but all right. Next month, February, March, January, February, March. Let me see. So your parents were busy during the summer months. Hmm. But generally, the other way around. Parents, older folks usually got busy in the wintertime because there was nothing else to do. Summertime is always outside working. So it's very unusual to see babies born early in the year that age, because that meant that their parents had to get busy in uh, July, August, right around there. Would have been harvest season, September, October. So you could pretty much always tell that way. But 7th of March. Well, our birthdays are just about 4 months apart because mine's on the 5th. Freaking. Yeah. What the hell? I don't know. I don't have to run to the post office today. What the hell? How cold is it today? It's supposed to start warming up. I gotta. Oh, it's only 2 below. It didn't get that cold last night. I think it was only like 5 or 6 below, and it's only two. It's only 2 below today. No wind. Oh hell, sun's out. That's balmy, man. That's like Arizona weather. No, it's supposed to get above zero this next few days. So let me see. This is end of February, going into March. Yeah, spring might be coming here real quick because it's usually the time I start tapping trees. End of February, early March. Time I start tapping trees. There was a period in right end of January where we had 3 warm days during the day. It was above freezing and below freezing at night. That's when sap runs. I have to go out and look at the buds, but the buds are big. Like they we're getting sap already, but I'll have to look. I think the sap season might be short this year because we don't have a lot of ground moisture, and we already had that warm spell. So never know. Well, kind of what I was thinking, Mrs. Coin Crew, but usually summertime is work time, and people don't have. They're tired. Take a shower and they come home. Sit down, watch TV, have a beer. Usually not thinking about making babies. That usually happens in the wintertime, but so. Oh, yeah, your mom might have got pregnant in the back of a car then. Your parents probably about the same age as me, so might have been at a kegger. Probably at a kegger. Yep, might have been at a kegger or in the back seat of a car. I'm guessing. You want to know how many kids around here got pregnant like that? Drunken love. There you go. I'm surprised. I am really surprised that more girls didn't get pregnant in high school because I know I was spewing seed like an old bird feeder and not using protection. And yeah, I'm surprised I don't have children that other children that young. Yeah, surprised. But somebody was looking out for me. Same thing in the military. I have never heard that I have had kids elsewhere, but I was not using protection then either. So I got lucky in that respect. Yeah, and that happens a lot more than anybody realizes. I'm amazed that I don't have a child somewhere else. I'm just amazed. But having a one nighter with somebody at a port or at a fort or at a training exercise or whatever, yeah, it happens a lot more than you realize. Hey, Mr. and Mrs. West Texas Stacker. Hey, show me. Just last year, what, your dad just sit you down and say, hey, I want you to know you got a sister. Or did he find out late that he had a child? See, that's kind of neat, but I don't know. I don't know if I would call it a neat thing, but it's different. It's a different thing. I don't know. Would you be happy to find out you had a sister or brother that you didn't know about for 30 or 40 years from somebody else? Oh, yeah. See, my daughter, my oldest daughter, did that because she just wanted to know what her genetics were, and I don't believe in doing that because that gives your DNA information to a company, and you know damn well the government has that on file now. Do you want that? And me being in special forces for as long as I was, I'm almost certain they have it already. But do I want to do that and put that information out to the world if there's a data breach or whatever? Will it make a difference? Will it make a difference? Yeah, I'm not sold on it yet, but I will show you one thing that is almost as good as 21 and Me. My cousin did a little work. Now this is only from one grandparent's side of the family. This is from the Huffman side, not the Kingfield side. The Kingfield was my mother's side, or Koningsfeld, however you want to say it. Koenigsfeld, Koningsfeld, Kingfield. We always pronounce it Kingfield because that's what it translates to. Anyway, my cousin Cindy did this. You want to see PhD level research? And she made and had these printed for everyone in the family. So that's four of her sisters. That's seven of us. And Marilyn didn't have children. So in my dad's side of the family, there's my dad Gordon, there was Garth, and there was Marilyn. Those three children. Well, Garth had the five girls. Cindy was one of them. My dad had Steve, me, Phil, Linda, Kathy, Debbie, Brian. And then I had my mother remarried, and I had Ray, Janet, Ronnie, and Judy. So there was 11 of us. But anyway, she did this, and this goes all the way back to, oh my God, how far back does this go? To when we came to the country, I think. When our descendants, no, this is from all the way into Ohio or Pennsylvania, I think, when they settled there. I'd have to look. Yeah, Ohio. This is back in the 1800s, so early 1800s. So I've gone through my grandfather, my dad, Gordon, and then his dad, Gale, and then his dad, Charles Fremont, and then his dad, Henry. I'd have to go. I'd have to look, but this is PhD level work, and she went through a lot of census records, tax records, all kinds of stuff to find this information. And I asked her, I said, why did you do your PhD doctorate doing this? And she said, why do I want a PhD? Well, it might have paid you to do this then. And she said she just wanted to do it simply because she wanted to know. And she said if she'd have done, she'd had to enroll in a college, and she already has her master's, so it wouldn't have made much difference. But she said it would have cost her to get the PhD, and it would have taken her the 2 years that she did this or whatever. And I said, well, it wouldn't. She said it wouldn't pay her because she's retired. She doesn't work anymore. She's only 1 year younger than me, so 1 or 2, 1.5, something like that. And I said, what you could have that PhD after your name, Cynthia Sweet, PhD. And people could call you doctor, and like Jill Biden, you wouldn't be a doctor, but you would be a doctor of genealogy. And she said, nope, not worth it, and I don't care. Okay, fine, it's all right. But that's PhD level work. Mrs. West Texas did to me and says she is 2% African. Really? That's interesting. So somebody was diddling with the slaves, would be my guess. Way back in the day. And then when my daughter did her little 21andMe thing, she found out that she is like 2% Iberian Peninsula. I thought because of the name Huffman, which there's one N missing from Huffman. It's just an Americanized version. And Koningsfeld or Kingfield or Koenigsfeld, however you want to pronounce it, Kingfield, that our lineage would be pretty much German. But she found out that because my wife is a Irish British mutt, that she is Irish, British, German, French, Iberian Peninsula, all those European countries mixed. I believe I'm the last of the true pure Germans. Our generation, or my brothers and sisters are. My stepdad, his name is Putman or Pittman, Puettmann. So what is that? What is that name? That's also European, but I'm not sure where in Europe that is. I have to ask my stepbrothers and stepsisters if they've ever done that and see what their lineage comes up as. That'd be interesting too. That would be interesting too. I would say that's pretty much German, the Pittman, but a Heinz 57. Well, no, you have red hair, and a lot of red-haired people come from Ireland, but way back, if you way back, red hair is an Iranian trait. That's where it comes from, that part of the world. That's where that comes from, red hair gene. And I don't think I think there's nothing more beautiful than a red-haired, blue-eyed woman, or a what do you call that? Just white blonde Nordic blue-eyed woman. Those are beautiful women. Just my opinion. I also like Vietnamese French combination. Also very good looking. But that's the way that is. When you talk genealogy, I think a lot of people will be surprised to find out where they come from and maybe who their cousins, brothers, sisters, aunts, uncles are. Yeah. You don't have to pee. You can do it with hair, but you got to have the hair root follicle on. You got to have the root on the follicle when you pull it out. You dye yours red? Really? Oh man, I thought you were a natural redhead. I am so disappointed. I am so disappointed. Not really, but got to give you shit. Croatian Irish. Now that is it's actually Western Europe, Eastern Asia, Western Europe, and Eastern Europe combined. That's like Romanian, Yugoslavian. What'd that break up into? Whatever. It's still Yugoslavia to me. It's like Rhodesia. It's not Zimbabwe. It's Rhodesia. So to me, but yeah, just that's how old I am. Muscle Shell, how you doing, buddy? I got something for you. You need to email me your mailing address. I'll find it one way or another. So you might as well just send it to me. Just got did it snow hard down there? Or where you at, show me? I don't have that. I had to clean out the driveway with the skid loader once. I spent about 3 or 4 hours on the skid loader cleaning out the driveway, but that's the only snow I got. Oh, I did that last night. You must not have seen it. I'll do it today too. Not a biggie. Uh-oh. Looks like I got a little moisture in there. Now, where's my, there it is. All right. I had to wipe stuff off here. Now let's see if I have any Yeah, I'm just cleaning up the flooding. Right. You weren't here earlier when I dumped my coffee on my keyboard. It looks like it might be working. Let me see if I got it right. Oh, no, I screwed up something right there. Get that out of there. Yeah, I think that's what I got. I'm pretty sure that's right. Well, my stuff from Muscle Show, your house was saved, correct? And that's what I was getting last night. You saved your place and your neighbors' places, but now you're having to deal with them freaking floods. I don't know if I was lucky. I mean, I thought I did pretty good on an auction, but that's what, who was it? Somebody said I was lucky also. No, I did win twice. I did win a quarter time, and I did win. What did I get? Third on the wheel. Third on the wheel, I think. That's the only time. That's the only time I've ever gotten that far on the wheel. That's what I thought I heard you say last night, man. And I bet the flooding's worse than the goddamn fire. But Jesus, man. One thing after another. Yeah, dang. I did have a fire scare here at one time. Um, and that's why I have that outside wood burner now. I have a wood burner downstairs attached to my furnace. And usually just heated the place with that. But there was one time where I had a lot of creosote in a clean out in the tea down in the bottom. It wasn't in the pipe, but it was down in the clean out. And it started on fire when I wasn't home. The girls were here. That's when they were still at home. And they called me and I said, well, shut the door, shut all the air off to it, shut the vents, everything, and kill the fire that way. Called my neighbor John. He came up. He was up on the roof by the time I got home. I was like 15 miles away. And you know how quick I could get here if there was a fire. And I told the kids, call the fire department. Okay, so they did that. And they got here after I got here. And they wanted to chop through my goddamn roof and ceiling. I said, no, 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 no. John's already on the roof. He's got the fire extinguisher down through the chimney. Fire's out in the stove. We're not cutting through anything. So they were feeling the walls and making sure there was no. See, all you have to do is look down the pipe. There's no fire. If you can't look down the pipe if there's a creosote fire coming out. It's just all right. But they were worried about something getting started on fire behind. It went through the pipe and whatever. I said, no, 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 no. So after that, we quit burning wood in the house. I bought a outside hydroponic wood burner. And that's what I've been burning for the last, I don't know, 10 years or whatever, 11 years out there. 10 years, no more than that, 15 years now. Hopefully this one will last. This stove will last until I quit burning outside, till I quit doing wood. Hopefully it'll last that long. I bought it used from a guy, paid half price for it. Then it was 11 years old. And I've been using it for 15, so that's 26 years. Been a good stove. I've had to replace 2 pumps and the door seal. That's it. That's it. No, I didn't buy a lotto ticket, but I should have. Probably. Maybe. I don't know. Yeah. Yeah. Cleaning up after a fire is bad enough, but then cleaning up after mudslides and floods, that's something else. Man, that's something else. All right. Thanks, Muscle Show. I'll get that out to you as soon as I can. Probably after. It depends on what Ginger does on Saturday. If Ginger pours on Saturday and I'm just up for comic relief and bullshit, then I will probably mail it out Saturday, or Monday, right there. It just depends. Probably Saturday if he's pouring, Monday if he's racing, because then I got to package up other people's stuff too when I make a trip to the post office. So that'll work. Oh, you sent it out yesterday. I got an email. Was it yesterday? I thought it was the day before. Rock slides. Yeah, I can imagine rock slides also. Nothing to hold the rocks on the hillsides anymore. Yeah. Yeah. How many billions and billions of dollars is that going to cost to rebuild? And then insurance companies cutting out people's insurance, and that's just crap, man. I don't know. I don't know what's going to become of out there. I got a brother that lives just north of LA. What the hell? I'd have to go out and get his address. Maybe I have it here, but just north of LA. He was a LA cop. He went to the academy, the LA Academy. Their rifle ranges, pistol ranges, and they have a store that you can buy coffee mugs, t-shirts, whatever. Down there also, and he said the fire got to the it would be the southern tip of the range, but it'd be the northern part of the fire. And it got to their range, but didn't do a whole lot of damage. And from there, the store was just a hop, skip, and a jump up to the academy. So he was lucky that way. And also the other fire, because there was a fire up to the northwest too, wasn't there? I forget. I'd have to look at the map, but he missed that one too. Just that their place is just right there, man. So I have to text him again, see how things are going out there. Oh, your vehicle didn't get crazy? Didn't get burned up? That's good. You have your house, you have transportation yet, but a lot of people don't. A lot of people don't, man. Yeah, when those fires get going, and I know because I went to the Department of Agriculture firefighting school up in Missoula, Montana, to do the rough terrain parachuting and the packing on mules and horses and stuff for fighting forest fires. But we didn't have to go to the firefighting portion of the school, but we did learn a lot about forest fires just by being there. And I know for a fact that they can, once they get so big, they make their own wind. Regardless of what's going on in the atmosphere, they make their own wind. So, yeah, and I'll bet the guys from Missoula were there too, because there are two sets of firefighters in the United States. One's the Department of Agriculture, and the other one's Department of the Interior. I think the Interior, and they have two separate schools, and they are separate, but they all get together when a big fire like that happens. So I'm betting all them guys are out there. Everybody I know from Missoula was out there. Well, I'll bet you have a lot of friends that who have evacuated. There's nothing left, basically. I mean, they go through their stuff, whatever's left, to see if they can salvage anything. But after that, what do you have? I mean, if the if your house burns, your vehicle's burned, everything you left there. I mean, obviously you were in vehicles to flee the fire, so you have that vehicle left and whatever you could grab going out the door. But that's it, man. That's all you got. And what do you grab first? Personal items like clothing. You know, you got to have clothing. So a lot of the other stuff, just yeah, you have to go through, see what you can salvage, and the rest is junk. That's it. You still own that lot, but wonderful. Yeah, we had our own little fire here not too long ago. I was sitting here on the computer. My wife comes in from walking my daughter's dog. She says, "Look out the window and see what you see." And it's already nighttime, and there was a fire up by my neighbor's. She lives a quarter mile away with her son. Um, Joe has died from a cancer, a colon cancer, and Kale is a senior or just graduated, and so Dina is by herself up there because the daughter, what the hell's her name? Can't remember. She's married and gone now, and they were burning trash, and there was no wind, and they were burning on a pile where they usually burn it, but it started to spread into the cornfield, into the combine cornfield. It was dry enough, and then it got in their grass, and it was up by their shed, their LP tank. And I drove up there real quick and called the fire department. I beat on the door. Nobody answered. The lights were on. The vehicles were there, but nobody answered. So I started trying to beat out the fire and putting on my shoes and stuff. And finally, Kale came out, and he was probably playing a game on a computer too and didn't hear me. And Dina came out, and we got some shovels and rakes and stuff, and we had the fire out. It was 5 feet from their LP tank, and it wouldn't have set the LP tank off, but it was also this far from their shed. And that LP tank sits next to the shed, and there's a heated shed, so there's gas going into the shed, and it's a garage also. That's where Joe used to work on his old cars and stuff. And if the building would have burned, then the gas from the tank would have caught fire in there and traveled down the pipe and into the tank, and it would have got it that way. But we got the fire out. I got the fire out when it was 2 foot, maybe 18 inches away from that shed along the entire length of the shed. And I got that out, and Cale worked on the fire that was up by the house. The first thing I put out was by the LP tank, and then along the shed. And then he worked along the edge of the fire, along by the house and play sets and that kind of stuff. We just let the stuff go in the cornfield. And after we had that all out, then we started working on the cornfield. We had it pretty much out by the time the fire department got there, but they sprayed everything down anyway just to make sure there was no hot spots. And that's about the time I left. But yeah, we had our own little fire. And, you know, a lot of times when we burn off ditches here, you got to make sure there's no wind and you got to be out there watching it and blah, blah, blah. Well, one time got away from us and started a cornfield on fire. I had to hook the tractor up to a disc I had at the time, and I started discing the cornfield around the fire to make a fire break. And finally got that out also. But yeah, fires are no fun. Matter of fact, the pile we got down here in the ditch, you always burn that, but I always run a hose out there, and so I have water there all the time also. And one day, the fire got big enough to where it jumped across a road, jumped across gravel road, because it made its own little wind, and the embers settled in the ditch on the other side and started that on fire. I was the only one out there at the time, and the water don't reach that far, so I was over there with a rake, and it just burned like 30 feet of ditch. It didn't get out in the cornfield. I just made sure, I just let it burn the ditch. I just let it burn the ditch. I just stayed up by the edge and made sure it did get in the cornfield. And so that burned itself out. But yeah, that's another one, man. You gotta watch that shit. Fire ain't nothing to play around with. I watched another fire years ago, and I could see it from our house. It was 15, 20 miles away to the northeast. And so I just drove over there, and you see the whole cornfield's on fire for a mile from the north road to the south road, east to west. That just about that whole mile was on fire. I don't know if somebody was burning trash or if it was set intentionally or what, but the only thing that really stopped it was the firefighters that were on the road, because actually the wind was blowing and it was going to the south. So they stayed right around the southwest, southeast, and on the south road and stopped it there. But just let it burn out. That's about all you can do sometimes. It's about all you can do sometimes. But then you guys have the hills, the foothills and stuff, and then it rains, and then you have mudslides, and you have nothing to prevent rocks from tumbling. No trees, shrubs, bushes, or anything, because it's all burnt. And the mud is sliding rocks also. So yeah, it's a nightmare out there, man. A nightmare. Okay, guys, we're at an hour and a half. I think this is going to work. I need to get outside, bring some stuff in here, pet the cat, did I finish my cigar last night? I might have finished my cigar. I'll start another one. Go out and talk to the cat. Then I'll have to throw some wood in the fire. Maybe clean out ashes today. I don't know. I don't think I have enough ash in there yet. But I have about a 55 gallon barrel now full of ash. So then in the springtime, I'll take that down and dump it in a ditch, or use it for water purification. Like if I have a place that's draining out of my shed, then I'll dig a hole and put rock and charcoal and ash in there. It just purifies the water as it goes down into the ground. So we will see you guys. Uh-oh. Hold on. Muscle Cell Shows. Hold on. Hold on. Okay. Do I need to go and check the email? I will do that. Yep. I got you, Muscle Show. It's here. Her email is here. Okay. What are we holding on for? What are we holding on for? We got something going on? That's Fuckfire? Fuckfire. FC UK. Not understanding, but yeah, fire is fucked. But are you talking to one about the northwest, up to the northwest up there from LA? I think that's what you're talking about, but I'm not sure. I'd have to look here. Let's see. I don't know if they've updated his map or not. Let's see. I got it on my phone. Let's see. Ray Pittman. There we go. And then see updated. That's the third update right there. Let us just see. Shit, my phone's only 31%. The Hughes fire. Maybe that's what you're talking about. One county, Los Angeles, 100% contained. Come on, map, load. All right. That's Castaic Junction, Castaic, the north of Castaic Lake State Recreation Area. That was 10,000 acres. I'm trying to figure out where they're at from that. Let's see if I can bring that in a little bit. There, Santa Clarita. Yes, it was just north and west of him a little bit, mostly north. That was the Hughes fire. That's what you were talking about. Yeah, that was 10,425 acres in the Castaic Lake State Recreation Area, and that is just north of Santa Clarita where he lives. There's Thousand Oaks, Simi Valley, Burbank, Glendale. Okay, there's the Ferris fire up there north of Pasadena. Okay, that was the one he's talking about there. That was the one that was up by his place, Santa Clarita. And then this one, yeah, that's the Hughes fire also. Okay, so out of that one, let's go up to this one right here. I don't know if he was updating us. Yeah, he was just updating us on the one that was up there by him. But yeah, that's where he was. He's in Santa Clarita, and they had the Hughes fire that was just northwest of them. So yeah, it could have been a lot worse up there, but you guys down to the south got it hit the hardest, man. Yeah, that's a bad thing. That's a bad thing. That's your backyard, Muscle Show? The Hughes fire? No, you got it right. No, you got it right. I looked. It's here. Unless you're trying to tell me that it's you're wrong. No, you got it right. It's here. I mean, I'll even. You want me to send it to Billings, Montana? Okay. Well, you sent it to the right email. I'm just hoping that the mailing address is right. That's all. Oh, there's a photo. Oh, I gotta look. I gotta look. No, I don't have a photo. There's nothing attached to that email. So you might have got the wrong email there. You might have got the wrong email there. I don't have a photo of your place. And then I'll do this again. And then I'll do that again just to be sure. Because I don't have, I've got the email with your mailing address, but I don't have the email with a photo attached. Live on your channel, Moriarty, SFA, American Independent, and on Instagram. Nope. So, send her again. Send me that photo again. I would like to see that. I think I had your address at one time because I sent you that fake ASE. You wanted a copy, so I sent you one. I thought I had your address down. I thought it was in California. I thought it was. Man, I can't remember. I can't remember anymore. I had it at one time. You like that, huh? I was in Dollar General doing some shopping and I saw those. I said, you know what? Those will fit inside of a bubble mailer. I should, yeah. So I got some. I did that. You and Meg both got one. I should have sent one to Stack Ann too. I forgot about that. But too late now. Get her next year. See, I was in there shopping for my wife's Valentine, and I did pretty good job. So I just saw those. Yeah, those are perfect for a bubble mailer. So let's do that. Good. I'm glad you got it. I'm glad it made your day. Uh oh. What do you want? Hold up a second. Yeah, John, what's up? Nope, not yet. Uh, okay. Yeah, I'm going down there to buy a half hour. Okay. All right. No problem. Yep, yep. All right. I'm taking care of a neighbor's dog. I have to go down and let him out. Feed him, water him, whatever. So I'm going to end it, and we'll do some more talking some other time, and that'll probably be if I get some packages today or whatever. But when I bring that other little apparatus in here to put the camera on, so then we'll do that, and actually then we can have a camera shoot over here while I'm looking at you at the same. No, because I have to look at the camera over there. Then no, I ain't gonna do that. We'll put it right back here. That'll work the best. All right, guys. Thank you very much. Muscle Shell, send me a picture, would you please? We'll get it. We'll get it. I put my email in chat again right up above, so you got it. Double check the email, okay? We'll go. No, that email is just, there's no attachment to it that I can see. It's just your mailing address. So that's all I got. So you'll have to resend that picture. Okay? I know. It's emails suck, but all right, I gotta go take care of a dog, guys. We'll see you later. Peace out.